Hey folks, this is going to be a quick one. All right, so there are 6 in the chat, and this is my first time actually streaming on my phone. So could you please just give me a thumbs up or a comment if you can hear me and if the audio and everything is all right while I have a look at some of these comments there. Again, first time I'm doing this from the phone, so please have a bit of patience with me. The comments from people on their post is sickening. Whatever are you talking about, T-Ria? Thanks for being here. Deleting every negative comment speaks volumes too. Yeah, look, this is par for the course, I think, with these people. Hot Toy Connor, how are you? Nice to see you. Man, what? How are you doing? Hope you're good. T-Ria says all clear. Sound is good. We have Off On Studios. How are you? Renz, how are you? Andre is here. Perfect. Good stuff. Just let me know if anything dips out or something like that so I can see if we can adjust it. Ken Carpenter's here. Julie is here. Hit the like button. 19 people in the chat. Alan, I think you liked that video with the head sculpts earlier on. In fairness, to be right up your street. Mark P. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't type yesterday. I think you commented on Joao's live stream there. I think it was yesterday, the day before. Yeah, I've been in Whistler snowboarding for the last 6 days. Well, 5 days. The lifts didn't open one day. And yeah, heading home. So big long journey. So this is going to be a quick one, but I just want to give an overview of what happened. And then there will be a live stream, which I'm going to have planned very, very well. It'll probably be the first or the second, but I will post, just keep an eye on my social medias here. So look, I'm going to get into this straight away. So obviously, I'll start at the start. I ordered the, I've always been one to kind of have a mind of my own. And when I started collecting in like 2000, and I think my first Hot Toy in like 2009, and I took a long break and then got back into the hobby in 2017, and I used T-dubs quite a bit. And because even when I factor in, again, this is much documented, I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I'm a bottom line man, okay, the bottom line. So basically, I will factor in the price of the object, the shipping, and the customs. And I don't even think that's particularly smart. I think that should be par for the course for all collectors. And if that bottom line is cheaper than anywhere else, that's where I go with. So fast forward, then TW, they messed up an order and they refunded me and gave me a 20% off discount code, which, fair enough, they messed up. They're trying to attempt some sort of good customer service. This was a long time ago. So I kept that code then for something special. The Inart Joker Rooted 2-pack went up live for pre-order on their site. I added the 20% as I was entitled to do with my code. I wasn't like one of these people. I know that they kind of initially had an undercut price, and I think they got a slap in the wrist for Inart or something like that. I'm not talking about that. Like, I know some people were lucky enough to get that lower price, but I just had the Inart Joker Rooted 2-pack, added the 20% discount code as I wasn't fully entitled to, because I got that code because they made a mistake. And I knew there's going to be a shipping charge coming. And I, like a lot of people, looked at the shipping charges that were on the product page for the Inart Joker Rooted 2-pack. It said to Europe, which is where I live, $95. Now, it did not state if that was DHL or not. Fair enough. It did not... It said it was an estimate. Fair enough. Box is pretty big. Grand. But I think we all knew $95 wasn't going to happen. Now, even if, say, my shipping was $200, that'd be $923. I'd still be doing quite well. So after they messed up with the DX19, the Philip contacted me, gave me his number, and basically said, I'm going to manage your orders from now on. Now, that's a separate issue that I'm not even going to talk about. Like, if you want to go watch the DX19 video, I was very fair with them. I had tried to sort that out through the legitimate channels, and after exhausting the customer service at toyswonderland.com, I eventually called them out. But that's a separate story. But my point is, now I have kind of like, not that I really asked for it, but I suppose now you have a WhatsApp number. And a lot of YouTubers actually have this, and you can contact them and they handle your orders. I wouldn't say like particularly fast, but I'd say the way a regular company deals with regular customers. But I had noticed, yeah, in fairness, my orders weren't as delayed as usual. So I contacted them. I had contacted them a few times going, look, I have bought the Inart Rooted Joker 2-pack from you. I have paid in full. This wasn't an NRD job. I paid in full. I want this transaction to go smoothly. Then when I hear, the China has a first batch and stuff like that, what I originally wanted to do was just get Inart to ship it directly to me because I've already paid for it and I paid the shipping, but they can't because of licensing. Fair enough. You got to keep things above board. So I contacted Toys Wonderland with the WhatsApp number I now have and just said, look, I want this piece. Can you ship it out to me? I'm aware that there's a first batch gone out there for, I don't know where, YouTubers, whatever. I actually resent the term influencer. I hate the term influencer. On my channel, I give people like my opinions and thoughts on these pieces that I'm very passionate about. It's not my duty, and I don't see it as my role to influence anybody. If I'm doing a price analysis, I give people the cold hard facts, and those people and the subscribers and the audience, they are intelligent enough to make their own decisions. If you are buying these figures, these high-end, highly expensive figures, chances are you've got a good source of income. So therefore, chances are you've got some sort of education. It's not my job to educate or influence. So YouTuber, content creator, fine. I'm not an influencer. So, but I was aware that they had a small batch, and I contacted them and I said, like, Inart couldn't ship it to me directly, so I was kind of going, right, can you ship me out one of them? And they said, oh, fine. It was $330.37 for DHL, and if I took that and if I paid that, it would have shipped out during the week. And I just want to touch on something there. The Dark Knight is my favorite trilogy. Christopher Nolan is my favorite director. The portrayal of Heath Ledger, what he did was just fantastic. Rest in peace. So there's an emotional investment there. Very, very tempted for me just to pay the $330, because if you add 723 and 330, you're talking 1,000 and 1,000. So it's 728 and 330. So that's what's it? $1,058. That's still cheaper than a lot of companies selling for $1,100, and that doesn't factor in any customs. Anyway, I said, what happened to $95 shipping? And they gave me a second quote, which was for around, I think it was $300 for a slower non-DHL. And I kind of said, look, this is ridiculous. Your original estimate was $95. Okay, $95. Now, as I know, I understand what the word estimate means. And I understand you didn't write DHL on that, but $330 is over 3 times that amount. So even though the box was massive, fair enough, their statue's been shipped further than Hong Kong to Ireland, probably bigger and heavier for cheaper. And other companies in Hong Kong have estimated that shipping to the States is about $200, something like that. So I kind of came back and I said, look, I'm not paying $330. That is outrageous. Never was there any message or mention that the $330 was to get it at the same quickly as well, if you know what I mean. Like the $330, like I was like, right, I was kind of looking at this going, $330? Like, are you having a laugh? So I wasn't happy with it. I offered a counter proposal of $200. I said, that's more than reasonable. It's twice the price of your original estimate. And from what I can hear from other Hong Kong resellers, that's the going rate. And they came back and said, well, how about this? We'll ship it out this week, DHL, for free, but you have to do a review. I've had this with them before. This company have offered me products before, but as always, you have to do a review. Now, I'm not going to go into the criteria of the review yet, because they outlined the criteria. That post they made that made it look like I wanted something for free, that completely misleading. And I'm going to systematically break down that post and all the different parts. And I'll say, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. No, that's false. No, that's not necessarily true. That's what I'm going to do in the live stream when I do it, because I want to prep this properly and keep it factual. So that's where we're at. 330 shipping for DHL. It was about 300 for some slower rate. I said, is there anything cheaper? And they said, there's one for $87. There is one for $87. They mentioned in the post they put up, they said that our, I think it's called sea freight or something like that, is a boat or whatever, is 5 times cheaper, 4 to 5 times cheaper than DHL. Yeah, you're right. $87 goes into 330, maybe not 4 times. Okay. 150 days it takes. 150 days. Think about this. $87 fine, but that's 150 days where that high-end, $1,000 2-pack, that beautiful box and everything that comes with it. Shout out to Joao, his review was amazing. 150 days where that's sitting on a dank, damp boat. I wonder what moisture does to that rooted Joker hair. Sorry, I still I'm actually very, very calm about this. I'm not angry would be a stretch. I tend not to get really angry about things. And let's just address this problem. So I said, yeah, the 150 days, that's 150 working days, 5 months. So 5 months, $87. That's not shipping. That's is someone walking over there carrying it for you? The DHL far too expensive, and even the one that was $30 cheaper and it wasn't DHL, there's a quality gap there, I'd imagine. So, yeah, they offered me they said, look, we'll ship it via DHL for free if you do the review, and there was criteria, which I won't go into here, but there was criteria. So that post as well, where they said they regularly do this and they don't require a script. One of the points in the criteria was they wanted to see the video first. Because in my head, I'm like, okay, everyone knows I'm getting it from Toys Wonderland anyway. I've disclosed that. I've always been honest and transparent about that. Everyone knows that that's who I've ordered it from. So maybe I have to pop their logo up at the end or whatever. And I could just make it really, really small. You know, go, oh, their logo's popping up there. It'd be a tiny little thing. Just kind of make it like a skit, like a parody. But then I was like, no, that's not really going to sit right with me anyway. And also, they want to see it anyway. So they're going to see this and go, no, this is good enough. So it would have been really funny though. And I would have quite enjoyed that. So it's just then the post kind of suggested that I wanted something for free, and some of the comments on the post, I wonder, are they all paid employees of T-Dubs or what? So yeah, that's where I thought we all know the shipping is still there as well. If you check the product page, the estimated shipping is still there, hasn't changed. So that's where we're at. Your choices are DHL for $330. No. I can't remember is it EMS or something like that, which is still tracked but slower, and it's $300. So then you're nearly better off paying the extra $30 for DHL, or $87 for 150 days. I mean, am I wrong? I could 100% have just taken and goes, yeah, ship it out. And I was tempted. I'm not going to lie. I'm only human. It's Christmas. Everyone's broke in January. It's an expensive piece. I'm on my way home from holidays, so it's an expensive time of year. It's everyone's typically broke in January. So it's that'd be handy because you got a 20% discount code off in the first place, which was entirely entitled because they made a mistake and they made an attempt at customer service and goes, because they refunded me for something that happened, and then they gave me a 20% discount code. I was like, all right, fair enough. That's not wrong with that. So I used that as my right was, because they set the rules there. I just played the game. So the choice then is $330 for DHL, not happening. $300 for the EMS, not happening. I don't feel comfortable waiting 150 days for something, even if it costs $87 to ship it. Or do the review and sell a tiny little part of your soul, which that doesn't sit right for me either. So no, I refuse the offer, obviously, and offered a counter offer, which I think is quite reasonable. $200. I know it's a big box, but $200 DHL. Now, so my point is, I wasn't asking for anything for free. In fact, the thing they offered me for free, I turned down. Had my reasons. So then at the end of that, there's another line there they were mentioning something. Oh yeah, because like I wasn't aware. Like they were saying like they'd ship this out like quickly. If they had said, right, okay, we can't ship it out now, but if you want to ship it out now, you either make the review or $330, or you can wait until February, and we'll ship it out at the later batch and explain to me how that the cheaper batch work. You know what I mean? Because they posted that, I wonder how well their post is going to age. Think about this. In the post, they said that the first batches that go out to influencers for review, they're like, you know, they're not. That's not a big batch. They have no discount. They're not subjected to discount, so they have to pay these full price. So that's what their logic why it's so expensive. So that suggests that all the people who are non-content creators, non-reviewers, non-YouTubers, you know, just good regular collectors who are going to wait until February and March are going to get DHL for shipping for cheaper. Read the post. I wonder how well that post will age. You know? Then, of course, when I saw the post, because it didn't really paint me in a good light. However, in fairness, shout out to a lot of the 1/6 scale community and influencers. Sorry, I hate that term. I didn't mean to annoy anyone there. Shout out to the 1/6 scale community, the collectors and content creators who contact me saying, yeah, this is like, people will see through this. And like, it was really, really supportive actually, because I don't know, it was a bit, it did not paint me in a good light. So I just want to hop on and kind of explain, yeah, they did offer the review deal, which I rejected. And I was tempted. I went back and forth in it. I'm only human. But I wasn't paying the $330 DHL. However, their post now, if you read it, it's like, I might post it after this. The bottom of their post, there's like a little paragraph, I think it's like third last paragraph in bold, and it kind of explains that these first batches that, for their words, not mine, for influencers for review, the ones that they send off, that they bear the cost of, they're not subjective to like the batch shipped pallets discount or whatever they call it. So that means the ones in February should be. So does that mean they're going to $195? Interesting. Yeah, when I noticed that post, which I was like, right, this is very one-sided. I commented simply, it's very respectful. This there are errors in this post and it's misleading. Post was deleted. Anthony, shout out to Anthony for 6 Scale Mafia. He sent me screenshots of the comments. He was clever. He's like myself. I made the comment and I screenshotted my comment just in case they deleted it. I put them up on my Instagram now and tagged Toys Wonderland if you want to take a look at them. So he basically commented it was to do with Prime 1 and shipping prices. They didn't like his comment and they deleted that. So sorry, I'm just gonna address some of these comments on the phone. So just please bear with me. Can you still hear? Just give me a thumbs up if you can. So we have Manahawk Collectibles here. Damien is here. 6 Scale Collections. They must be shipping on a horse. Yeah, possibly. Nick's Collectible, thanks for being here. Feezy, thanks very much to the 54 in the chat. Mark Atkins. Time's gone off there. Happy holidays, and let's get into 2023 with a bang. Yeah, absolutely. The issue is when things go wrong with Toys Wonderland, influencers have the ability to use their platform to bring attention to the issue. Yeah, just once. Yeah, so look, that's pretty much a synopsis of the story. I will give when I get home, I'll do a full live stream and video outlining everything that happened, and I will systematically break down and go through their post and just identify things that are not necessarily true or that have been a bit exaggerated or just not right at all. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Sorry, I can't really address the chat here, and I actually have to go now to catch a bus, but thank you very much for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, like, subscribe. Thanks to everyone who messaged me there with the supportive messages, because they're kind of out of line. All right, see you folks.